How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now today, guys, we have some new information about the 2019 Pokemon game, and essentially confirmations that it's going to be a Generation 8 game. We also have some other news that we're going to go through, and some information from Joe Merrick, kind of talking about, specifically generations and how we should define them. So I thought I'll keep this all in one single video, instead of spreading it out into several, smaller videos. So let's get started with this. So first things first, PokeExperto and several other people actually posted this earlier, and I originally found this through Jinx Club or PokeSarena. She actually retweeted a bunch of these things, but the first one I actually found, so if we just scroll down a little bit, was from this guy down here, so I want to make sure I give credit to the right person. So Japanese Nintendo here, this was the account that actually got the main info first, which was from, I think, Famitsu, which is like some sort of a magazine, etc. And yeah, let's read through what they actually have to say here. So, as PokeExperto kind of says here, Ishihara at Famitsu, many new Pokemon and better graphics in the main games on the second half of 2019. And then, of course, the same thing from Serbia here. Speaking to Famitsu, Ishihara confirms that 2019's game is coming in the second half of 2019 and will feature many new Pokemon. So that is actually awesome. So we can actually go here and read more about it, and then also go into Famitsu. We'll read the translated version here for Google Translate, which can be a little bit iffy, but we'll go through it, see what it has to say, and then, of course, go into some other info. But let's get started with this first. So, here we go. Speaking to the Japanese publication Famitsu, which has a massive 20-page feature on Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee and Quest, features an interview with the Pokemon CEO Tsunekazu Ishihara, who provided a few minor tidbits about the upcoming Pokemon game for Nintendo Switch due to be out in 2019. He reconfirmed that this game is due for release in the second half of 2019, which also will have better graphics than any prior Pokemon game. So, yes, we're not going to have the same graphics we have in Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee are supposed to be these, like, okay, so I gotta make sure I reaffirm this, right? These games, like Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, they're side games, right? They're still main series. They're still, like, counted as main games. But they're as much as main games as, like, I don't know, Pokemon Pinball. Like, you know what I mean? They're not spin-offs, and I think the reason we really call them main games is because they're still made by Game Freak, right? But they still count, though, as Gen 7, so they're not actually Generation 8 games. According to, as far as I know, Cerebi, they're still just counted as Gen 7 games, while these upcoming games are confirmed now, confirmed to be Generation 8 games. We'll go more into the discussion about, Generation 8, etc., all that stuff, but, we'll talk a bit more about that. So, let's see where we were. So, we'll have better graphics than any prior Pokemon game, and that is, again, like, I want to reaffirm that. That's a fantastic piece of info, because a lot of people are not too happy with how Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee look like. I'm gonna be honest, okay? Let me be fair. The graphics are fine, but it looks literally like those rip-off games that you find on your mobile. Like, it literally looks like those rip-off games that you can find on your phone, which, I mean, if I manage to find some in the future, I'll show you what I mean. I'll actually do a comparison between them, because they look exactly like those rip-off mobile games. That's what Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee look like. So, I understand why a lot of people, including myself, were a bit disappointed when we initially saw, like, when I first saw them, I was, like, fine with it. But then as I kind of, like, kept looking at the graphics, I was like, dude, this just more and more reminds me of the mobile games. Like, this just, like, literally looks like a mobile game in a way, and it's like, it may sound weird to you because you may have not seen these games, but I will do a video on it. I'll do a comparison to show you what I mean, because it is a very obvious thing when you actually look at them, that they're very similar in graphics, and like Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee kind of look like a game that could even fit on a mobile rather than the Switch. Because I don't know, man, we know for a fact though, next year we're gonna have some best graphics out of any Pokemon game ever. So I am excited that it'll be completely new and not like Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, and stats that will contain many... states, sorry, not stats. And states it will contain many brand new Pokemon. So yes, we're getting a ton of new Pokemon. I do hope we get... I mean, he doesn't mention Megas, so I don't know about that. So Megas are still a bit, like, iffy all over the place. But one good thing, though, we're getting a bunch of brand new Pokemon. I'm so excited. And we'll provide full details on these games as they come, so be sure to keep checking back. So yes, that sounds awesome, man. That sounds good to me. As long as we get a bunch of new Pokemon, I am on board for this shit, dude. I am on board for it. So yeah. So basically, this confirms this is not going to be a Diamond and Pearl remake. This is not Diamond and Pearl remakes. It's brand new games. There's no reason for them to do Diamond and Pearl remakes with new Pokemon. It just doesn't make any sense, right? Why would you do a remake next year, when you just did a sort of remake, or reboot, whatever you want to call the Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee games? It wouldn't make any sense, right? But I'm excited for next year, guys. I'm so freaking hyped. I don't even, like, I don't even care about this disappointment we felt this year so far. The 2019 is going to be the most fantastic time for Pokemon ever. I'm going to be so hyped up. I'm going to be so ready. And who knows, maybe we see some spin-off games, released next year as well. Who knows? We'll see. We haven't got any info about it, but hey, a new game next year, brand new Pokemon, brand new region, brand new generation. I am super hyped for that. I'm ready. So, on from here, so they go through some little bit more info. There's plenty, 20 pages, Pokemon feature, Pocket Monster, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, Pokemon Quest, details for mention on Ishihara's interview posted. So yeah, weekly Farming Community, June 21st, 2018 issue of Pokemon Farming Chowtu Group Expansion Edition. Delivery, Pokemon Special feature on 20 pages on a large volume. In addition, there was also an interview with the developer of Pokemon Quest, which we don't really, everybody knows about Pokemon Quest already. We have already stuff about that, but they do go through a bunch of things here. So I guess the best way to do that is, like, I guess you have to, like, download it or buy it. Purchase an electronic version of it. But somebody did go through the info for us, essentially. Like, I guess, the Nintendo guy and also, Cerebi went through it as well. But hey, we have confirmations now. We have actually confirmations that next gen is happening next year. So, Generation 8 in 2019, which is exciting. And I'll keep making videos about it, guys. I'll keep talking to you guys about these things. And, of course, let me know, guys. I want to just quickly ask, for anybody who's watching this video right now, do a hashtag Generation 8 Pokemon if you want to see me do more videos about really cool designs from fan creators that we could really, like, hope to see similar designs in the future Pokemon 2019 games. So if you want to see that, guys, do hashtag Gen 8 Pokemon. So yeah, either way, let's continue with the next part of this video. So next up is actually from Joe Merrick, and I want to kind of go through this because this is a thing that really, like, has been a huge debate as of recent because of the Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee games. They've really thrown the community into disarray because, like, nobody really knows what to really feel about, like, generations and what we really should look at. So either way, Game Freak doesn't deal in generations. That's just a fan concept. So he's quoting somebody else's, like, post right here, saying, like, trying to be like, really, are you sure about that? Are you sure generations are just a fan concept? And then he says left 2018, right, left 2015, sorry, and right 2018. Not to mention press releases stating it. Even Masuda mentioning it on his blog. They may not use the words generation, but it's not a fan concept. So yeah, can we end this narrative? So I think this was because I think he had an argument with somebody on Twitter. I'm not sure who exactly, but I know he had some sort of argument because I kept getting posts about it. I kept seeing, like, minuscule amounts of tweets about it, like, oh no, Generation 8 is la 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 la, whatever. So basically, what he's trying to say here is that of course, these are generations, right? Of course, these games are generations. Otherwise, they wouldn't really, like, for example, as you see right here, you have Red, Blue. That's one generation. That's Generation 1. Gold, Silver, Generation 2. Ruby, Sapphire, Generation 3. Diamond, Pearl, Generation 4. Black, White, Generation 5. XY, Generation 6, and then 2016, I think we had Gen 7. So yeah, they're listed in generations. They're of course in generations. That makes total sense to me. And of course, wait, 2016, 2019. That's exactly 3 years. So there's like generally about a 3 to 4 year gap between generations, which would make sense in 2019 for us to get Generation 8, because then would have been exactly 3 years since the releases of Sun and Moon, which was the 7th generation. But yeah, so it basically goes through here again, 2016 and yada yada yada. Basically, that these are, listed in generations, and that's what they are. They are generational games. But he goes through this, and somebody actually, links back over here, like somebody actually goes through it and links to the actual post here, where Masuda specifically, I think, mentioned, let me just find if I can find the exact post, because somebody links it and says, oh, here you go. So this guy said, Callum here, says that Masuda, Pokemon X and Y, the evolved 6th generation of Pokemon. He actually used the term generation to describe X and Y as a 6th generation, and anyone thinking they don't acknowledge or actually work in generations is just wrong. So yeah, I do agree with that. He actually goes over here to the actual, post. We can go through and find the blog that he, mentioned this in. This is a really old blog. It's from 2013. But yeah, he mentions somewhere around here. I'm not actually sure where exactly, but he does mention that it's, I guess, 6th gen. So generations are something that wasn't a fan concept, but rather something that Game Freak themselves established themselves. And it makes sense, right? Because they wouldn't have been making the games in the same format, like, brand new Pokemon per generation, that sort of thing. Like, they have even referred to it as generations in the past. So, of course, I would say generations are a thing. They aren't just something that's been kind of made up, and now they're just going to drop generations for the sake of Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. That would just be illogical, in a sense. That would just be kind of stupid, if anything. So I don't know what to really say about that, guys. But I do know, though, that 2020 will probably not feature any Pokemon game, which would be very unfortunate, because I really want to see a game in 2020. But since we have, a brand new gen in 2019, the only thing I could potentially see is maybe a Diamond and Pearl remake, because we already know that they're making these games, alongside each other. They're making these games, like, really, really close to each other. So I don't know, guys. Either way, so let me know your thoughts on that. But I really do hope, though, that 2019 is going to give us a brand... it's going to give us a brand new... Not that I think it's going to give us a brand new generation. And then 2020, maybe a Diamond and Pearl remake. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But I do hope we see that, guys. Either way, so if you did watch into the middle of the video, you know what to comment down below if you want to see more videos about Pokemon Generation 8 when we talk about some cool Pokemon fan designs and stuff. Just, just comment hashtag Gen 8 Pokemon, and I'll make sure to do more of those videos for you guys. Either way, thank you so much for watching, guys. And I do have another video later today that I'm planned for you guys. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all the next time. Have a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.